Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about my favorite day of the year, folks, planting day. So before we get into today's video, if you wouldn't mind, please hit that subscribe button if you are new here to the channel. And for those of you that have already subscribed, thank you so much for your support here on YouTube. I do appreciate it, and I have a special for you guys who support us here on YouTube, so you're not going to want to miss it later on in the video. So folks, let's go over what we talk about every week, which is how we are doing on the retail side of things. That's what keeps this farm afloat, and any and all support, I like to give a shout out for those of you that do support our farm. I really appreciate it. It helps our farm tremendously. In fact, we couldn't really operate without the income from the sales. So thank you so much. And if you guys are interested in hemp flower, all that information is in the description below. But also in the description below, there is a new code for those of you that have watched this video and have subscribed to our channel. That will be down there. Now, that is good for today when you see this video, and then Saturday and Sunday. It will be deleted Sunday at midnight or a little after that, but it's only good until Sunday at midnight. So if you email me at 4 o'clock in the morning Monday, not going to work out. So that code is down there as well, and that is good for cherry wine and auto sweetened regulars, not on the small flowers for Biox, cherry wine, or auto sweetened. So just so you guys know that. But let's celebrate planting day, guys. I have my little friend here. This is a CBG, one of the first that's going to be grown here on the farm, and they look extremely happy. Now, we have entered phase 2 of the farm plan. Now, why is that so significant? Phase 2 is where all the work happens when it comes to growing organic hemp. I mean, this is where you make or break the retail side of things. This is where you make or break your harvest. This is the most important part of the entire farm plan. So when we're talking about planting day, we are not making the same mistake that we made last year. We're going to phase it in. So right now, about 50% of our plants are in the grow area. I didn't film planting day. There was really no need. It's just boring. It's me walking around with solo cups and clones and putting them into the ground. That's it. There's no special technique to it because we've already amended the soil, so they don't need any amendments going in with them. And we got to watch that nitrogen. You don't want them to get too hot. So now that we're in phase 2, a lot of things are going to change. We're going to start focusing on what products we use. I'm going to start telling you guys about what I plan on using this year. I know last year it was just like fly by the seat of our pants. We used a lot of organic products. But this year I've definitely narrowed it down, especially who I work with, what I use, and how much I use of it. Now, we have a very regimented schedule when it comes to using our irrigation feeding, but I'm also going to be doing a lot more foliar spraying this year with Coast of Maine products and maybe even some craft bud products, guys. And so that's kind of the stuff I'm going to start talking about. I'm going to start talking about what I'm using here on the farm, why I'm using it here, and what it means for the plant's benefit. Like right now, kelp is a great thing to spray onto these plants because they go into sometimes what they call transplant shock, and transplant shock can pretty much stunt the growth of a plant. If you go back to soil wars last year, we had 2 that just pretty much stayed small and they never grew, and that is a big problem. And if you think, oh, it might come back, I've shown that it doesn't. And so we're prepared for any type of transplant shock or anything like that because we have more clones in the cloning machine than we need. We also clipped another round of clones just in case something drastic happens out here like last year. We're not going to be a month behind. The worst case scenario will be 2 weeks behind, which, hey, the extra 2 weeks can make a big difference when it comes to that veg stage. And so that's what you're going to hear me talking about a lot now, is the veg stage. How important it is to make sure that plant is happy, healthy, and you do the correct things, and it can make your harvest so much better. And we're going to be talking about a lot of that from start to finish during phase 2. And phase 2 goes all the way until I cut the first cola. And that will happen sometime in September. So this now is a big part of our farm plan. This is going to make or break it, folks. So I'll take you down into the grow area. I'll show you what we have done down there, how some of the clones look. They don't look so great because of all the issues we had with our Turboklone. But they're down there, they're doing fine, they will recover, and if not, we have plenty extra clones. So let's take a look down there, and I'll show you what I've been up to here on the farm. So folks, cheers to planting day. Here is our CBG, and we are now officially demonetized for YouTube. So that is a CBG. We're not going to plant anything today. We're going to go, and I'm going to show you what is already in the grow area today. And since we already showed you a CBG, let's go over to the ones that already are in the ground. Now these have been in for quite a while. We had extras and we had that rust fungus breakout, and I said, you know what, let's put them in the grow area, see how they do. Well, let me tell you something, guys. They have done phenomenal. In fact, they are probably the best looking plants in the grow area. They look absolutely great. Now, when it comes to the Biox and the cherry wine and the auto sweetened, they're looking rough. You know, we know what we went through with the cloning machine, and you can tell certain plants aren't going to make it. Certain plants are. These plants have been in here for 3 days, and so that's what I want to show you today, guys, because we aren't perfect here, and I want to show you what a healthy but struggling plant looks like and a dead plant that is going to have to be replaced. So let's start off with a Biox. This plant is healthy, it's fine. Yeah, is it in rough shape? Absolutely. Something could happen to it. If a bug gets to that plant, it's toast. But right now we don't have a lot of bugs. So pretty good chances that that plant is going to make it. Now let's go over and show you one that I know is not going to make it, and that's this guy right here. Now that's a cherry wine, and you can tell it's just brown, shriveled up, and you know, that's what it looks like. And you need to identify that within a few days, because if you have replacements on standby like we do, that plant is going to come out of the ground here in the next 3 or 4 days, and it's going to be replaced. And that is what I want to show you guys. Look, there is such a thing as crop failure. Nobody is perfect. Yeah, we only grow 50 something plants here, but you still have a potential for failure. That's what that looks like. It's not nearly as bad as last year. We're going to be just fine. And the auto sweetens, guys, they're doing just fine. I mean, I swear, these things are the Iron Man of the cannabis world. They're doing fine over here. Take a look at them. There's one of them. There's another one. Yeah, they're in a little bit of rough shape, but they're doing just fine. So right now we have about 50% of our plants in the grow area, and we will phase in more plants throughout the week, and I'm really excited to get this whole thing operational. So folks, planting day is here and has come, and now we are in the midst of filling up the grow area. Very exciting for me. By far the best day of being a hemp farmer, by far. You know, harvest is great and all, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. Planting day is very tranquil. You get to plant the plants, you play in the dirt. It's really not that stressful. Harvest, very stressful because you're on a very thin timeline for each individual strain. So yeah, today, the best day to be a hemp farmer by far. And, you know, I'm just really excited to get 2020 underway. It's looking like a great growth season coming up, and I can't wait to have CBG. We're going to have some new genetics like the Biox Cross, and maybe one more I haven't decided yet. But I'm really excited to have some new stuff here on the farm and some old friends like our big giant cherry wines. I cannot wait to see how big they get with a full growth season. Last year we ended up getting them late. 8.5 feet tall. Let's see if we can beat that record this year. And they produce 3 pounds of flower per plant. So that was impressive. So I'm excited about that, folks. And again, we are celebrating Planting Day with our YouTube subscribers and supporters. That information is down in the description below for the discount. Don't forget that if you want the discount, it ends Sunday at midnight. Even if it's not deleted from the video, that's when it ends, and it is on the cherry wine regular and the auto sweetened regular flower. is exempt from the small flowers, including biox, what's left of it. So folks, if you guys have any questions, comments, leave a comment on the video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up to show your support. If you guys are interested in hemp flower, don't forget the code. But as always, support our farm. You can always email me, reach me on Instagram and Facebook. And I will leave all that information down in the description below as well. I hope you all take care, stay happy, stay healthy. We're getting through this. And I will see you in another video.